Testing.
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 Group 6. Group 6, you may begin.
Good afternoon. You're now listening to News Focus on TBC Radio. I'm Victor. Today we have a special report on the air pollution in Taiwan. On December 17, 2017, simultaneous demonstrations in Kaohsiung and Taichung attract thousands of marchers under the slogan, One Taiwan, Two Skies, decrying the poor air quality in those two cities in contrast to the much cleaner air in the Taipei region. The protesters called for the government to make measures to reduce Taiwan's reliance on coal for power production and to increase the penalties on polluters. Our coverage begins with our reporter Annie, who is in Kaohsiung right now. Annie, how bad is the air quality in southern Taiwan?
Yes, Victor, PM 2.5 pollution in southern Taiwan has been hovering at unhealthy and very unhealthy levels in recent months. According to the EPA, northeasterly winds are bringing a wave of air pollutants with a high concentration of fine particulate matter. This morning, the AQI continued to flash orange at 6 monitoring stations in southern Taiwan, meaning that the air quality in those areas remains unhealthy. Moreover, a red light was recorded at 12 monitoring stations in those areas, indicating that the poor air quality poses a threat to sensitive groups.
Annie, how long would it last? What precautions should the locals take?
According to the EPA, the red light is expected to remain in place for Kaohsiung and Pingdong until Saturday. Residents in these areas are advised to minimize physical activities. If they experience eye irritation, coughing, or a sore throat, or wear face masks when outdoors. Back to you, Victor.
Thank you for the report, Annie. Again, we urge sensitive groups in the areas to avoid outdoor activities. We will be right back. Welcome back. For those of you who just turned in, you're listening to News Focus on TBC Radio. I'm your host, Victor. Our top story today is air pollution in Taiwan. We have two guests with us now, Dr. Wolf Wong, an expert in air pollution, and Director Peter Tsai from the EPA. Dr. Wong, what is causing the air pollution, which currently blights most of southern Taiwan? It seems that the finger of blame is often pointed across the Taiwan Strait to China.
There is no doubt that China creates huge amounts of air pollution, and some of it will inevitably roll across and affect Taiwan from time to time. But I believe it is the domestic causes that the bulk of the problem lies in.
Could you please give us more details?
Pollutants found in Taiwan's air are mostly derived from sources of combustion, primarily the burning of fossil fuels. Southern Taiwan, especially Kaohsiung, has long been the center of the most Taiwan's heavy industries. In Kaohsiung Danzi district, there's a pattern of factories belching fumes and noxious gases into the air. The railway refuse incineration plant burns household and commercial waste from Kaohsiung's 2.8 million people. Shagang district and Lingyuan district are also a cluster of such factories. With the city ringed by heavy industry pouring out pollution around the clock, it is just not credible to suggest the problem lies elsewhere.
Thank you, Dr. Wong. Public dissatisfaction over the state of air quality has put pressure on the Tsai Ing-wen administration. Director Tsai, you are one of the EPA's officials. What are the measures that the government has adopted to control air pollution so far?
We have earmarked 200 billion NT dollars to effort at combating air pollution. The Cabinet has approved a series of amendments to the Air Pollution Control Act, which will more strictly regulate pollutants at the source. The cities of Kaohsiung have pledged to cut pollution, demanding that Singapore power plants cut coal usage 20%. We have also created incentives for industry to replace all your burning industrial boilers with natural gas-powered ones.
In response to the protesters' demands, will the government make any key changes to the environmental policy?
The government has plans in place to control all sources of pollution and is willing to cooperate with all sectors to improve air quality. For example, there will be a ban on the sale of non-electric 2- and 4-wheel vehicles that burn fossil fuels. We'll also require state-owned enterprises to achieve ultra-low emissions through the adoption of the most stringent international standards. Our goals include halving the number of unhealthy air quality days by 2019. It's a very tough task to reduce all of the pollutant from all kinds of sources. We need a lot of different strategies, and we need time to put our action plans into effect.
Thank you, Director Tsai. Taiwan's air pollution has already launched protests, but tackling its sources will involve some very tough choices. That's all for this special report today, and thank you for listening.